Today's video is going to be the ultimate fast-paced crash course in all things cryptocurrencies in under 10 minutes, where we will cover all of the confusing crypto terminologies, talk about the best tools for trading cryptocurrencies, and even show you how you can make your first $1,000 with crypto. All right, let's jump right into it. What is going on, everyone? I hope you are all having a fantastic day. Okay, first of all, let's give a clean and simple definition to some of those weird crypto terminologies, just to make sure we are all on the same page before we talk about how you can safely and effectively invest in cryptos. First, we have blockchain, which is the secure and decentralized system that records information, and essentially, this is the technology that crypto-related projects are built upon. This is different from an exchange, since an exchange is a place where you exchange one cryptocurrency for another, and exchanges can either be centralized like Binance or Coinbase, or decentralized like Uniswap. On these exchanges, you can also exchange your fiat for cryptocurrencies and vice versa. And a fiat currency is one that is backed by a centralized government, meaning something like the US dollar is considered a fiat currency. On the flip side of that coin, you have DeFi, which is the general abbreviation for decentralized finance. Similarly, you will also hear the term dApps, which is just decentralized apps, meaning it is an application that runs on a decentralized network. Mining is the process of computers solving complex math problems in order to earn the ability to verify transactions on the network. Staking, on the other hand, is essentially when you are locking up your cryptocurrencies for a set amount of time in an effort to support that particular network, and in exchange, you get that crypto paid back to you like passive income. Gas fees are the fees that you pay for sending a cryptocurrency to a crypto address, which is simply a specific place to send and receive cryptos, just like you would receive with your physical address where you get your mail, for example. An altcoin is any cryptocurrency that is an alternative to Bitcoin. A hard fork is when a disagreement may arise within a particular cryptocurrency, oftentimes causing a split, and perhaps the best known example would be Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. A smart contract is really the core feature that makes Ethereum so great, and this is simply a digital legal contract, just like you would have in the physical world, but in this case, it exists and is verified by the network. Market cap is something that we've talked about before here on the channel, but this is simply the total value of all of the coins available in circulation, and market cap is extremely important because at the end of the day, the price of a coin is not nearly as relevant or important as the market cap or the total value of that entire currency. And lastly, we have a whale. Not that whale, this whale. And this is simply someone who owns such a large portion of a particular currency that their buying and selling of that currency can drastically influence the price. All right, I know that was a lot to unpack, so if you have to go back and rewatch that section a few times, go for it. But now that you have a general understanding of the crypto terminologies, what is the best place to buy and sell cryptocurrencies? Well, I have entire videos dedicated to that exact topic, but like I said, when it comes to crypto exchanges, you have decentralized and centralized options. Now, this might be an unpopular opinion, but for 90% of crypto investors, centralized exchanges are definitely the way to go, and they are much more simple and easy to use and understand, especially if you are like me and you're just a casual crypto investor. By far, the most popular centralized crypto exchange would be Coinbase, and this is a platform that I have personally used myself in the past, and while their fees are a little bit higher than other platforms, the user interface of Coinbase really makes up for that, so in my opinion, if you are just getting started, then Coinbase is definitely the best place to go. So once you've selected your crypto exchange, you now need to decide what cryptos you are actually going to invest in, and that is the million-dollar question. Now, if anyone on the internet says flat out that you should buy this specific altcoin, I would immediately be skeptical because we have seen so many crypto scams over the past few years. This really goes for any kind of investing, but especially when it comes to investing in cryptocurrencies, you have got to do your own research and make those investment decisions on your own. Now, in general, the crypto market is incredibly volatile when compared to something like the stock market, so just be prepared and aware of that. But even within the crypto market, there is a wide range of volatility and risk. For example, at this point, investing in something like Bitcoin is likely significantly less risky than putting all of your money into something like Shiba Inu or some other random altcoin. I hate to break it to you, but most of these altcoins are completely worthless and will ultimately go go to zero. So picking out the next big winner is honestly a shot in the dark, but that doesn't mean that it's impossible. Now again, I am not a crypto channel and I am not an expert by any means, but even if someone claims to be a crypto expert, I would still argue that you should always be making those decisions on your own. So in general, I will just say keep it simple, and if you're brand new to cryptocurrencies, then there is absolutely no shame in just getting started with the big names like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then slowly adding other cryptocurrencies as you get more educated in the space. Remember that Bitcoin is the largest cryptocurrency in terms of market cap, so it's likely not going anywhere, and because of the smart contract feature and capabilities of Ethereum, there are so many crypto projects built upon the Ethereum network, so that likely isn't going anywhere either. Recently, we've also seen some crypto ETFs hit the market, which personally I am a huge fan of, and while there are lots of different ones to pick from currently, I've personally made a crypto ETF part of my regular investing portfolio within the Wealthfront automated investing platform, and I have made a whole video on Wealthfront's crypto options if you do want to check that out. But when it comes to specifically making your first $1,000 from cryptocurrencies, you really first need to decide what your crypto strategy is going to be. Are you going to invest your money in a few different altcoins in hopes that one of them takes off, or are you going to, dare I say, play it safe in this case and invest in something like Bitcoin or an Ethereum ETF? Again, that is totally up to you, but once you have decided on a strategy that matches the risk tolerance that you personally have, at least in the crypto space for that matter, then you can get started with making your first $1,000. So if you were to invest in something like the stock market, then you would have to invest $10,000 and earn a 10% return in order to make your $1,000. And if you invested in something like a general S&P 500 index fund and had a decent year, then earning $1,000 could easily take a full year depending on market conditions. But the large allure of cryptocurrencies is the potential to earn those returns in a much shorter period of time, but just as we've talked about with regular stocks, that also comes with significantly more risk. For example, about a week before I'm currently recording this video, Bitcoin saw an increase of nearly 10% in just 5 days. Zoom out to a full year, and even with a significant pullback a few months ago, it is still up roughly 200%, and with an increase like that, this means that in order to make that same $1,000 from the previous example, you would only have to invest $1,000, since $1,000 times a 200% increase would be $2,000. But again, Bitcoin is really just the tip of the iceberg in comparison to some other more volatile cryptos. I mean, we all saw what happened with things like Dogecoin this past year, which increased like 20,000% in a few short months, and even though it has since plummeted from its all-time high, it is still up over 6,000% on the year. And that means that had you invested the same $1,000 at a 6,000% return, you would have turned your $1,000 into $60,000. Again though, picking out those breakout winners is not that easy, and if it was, then everyone would probably be making insane money from these altcoins. So, is it difficult to make $1,000 with cryptocurrencies? In my opinion, yes and no, depending on your time horizon, meaning how long you plan to invest for. But what I would say is there is a lot of future potential in cryptos, so the longer your time horizon, the more likely you are to come out with a profit. It is so important to set realistic expectations and understand that for every story you read about someone becoming a millionaire with cryptocurrency overnight, there were probably 100 other people who had a fear of missing out, bought in all the way at the top, and lost a ton of money when it plummeted in price. I get the emotions that come into investing. Trust me, I am there all the time, but you've got to keep your head screwed on straight, and again, understand that if it was easy, everyone would be making bank with cryptos. So I know that we just scratched the surface of cryptocurrencies in this video, but I hope that this gave you a quick crash course into the different terminologies, some of the best cryptos and crypto exchanges currently available, and how you can realistically earn your first $1,000 from cryptocurrencies by setting realistic expectations and understanding what it takes to consistently invest in cryptocurrencies for the long term. As always, if you did get value out of this content and you want to help support me, the easiest way to do that is actually by checking out some of my favorite financial tools down in the description below, including one offer from the Point Cashback debit card that will currently give you $100 when you open your account and make your first purchase, so definitely check that out using the link down below. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future, and of course, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it so much. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.